Food that you can put into your prepper pantry for long-term storage for years. Not those. Not those. Foods like these. And each one of those cost $1 or less. Hello, my name is Les, and I want to welcome you to the Chef Prepper channel. And in this video, we're going to look at foods that are readily available for $1 a piece or less that will allow people who are new to the world of preparedness to begin stocking their prepper pantry, or for those of us who are on a budget to slowly but surely build up our stores. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the 3 best foods that I've found for $1 or less and tell you why, in my opinion, they're the best foods out there at that price. I went to 3 different stores to get these foods. Now, some of you might not want some of these foods for various reasons. Not all of them are health foods. Some of them have ingredients that some of you don't want in your foods, and some of them are still just good items to have for a relatively cheap price. So pick and choose as you see fit for you and your family. Let me show you the foods collectively, and then we'll break them apart into different types of foods. There are the foods. My intentions were to get 50 foods for $50 or less, and I think there might be 52 there actually. Buying in bulk is definitely going to get you more calories and more food per dollar, but you wouldn't get as large a variety. But again, this video is for folks who might be prepping on a budget or just now feeling their way into the world of preparedness. And if that described you, that's a very good way to start stocking your prepper pantry. So now let's look at the foods by categories or types and see what we got. These are the dry foods or dry goods, kind of like the typical prepper foods for long-term storage. They take more time to actually cook, prepare to be ready to eat than some of the other foods, but still very good to have in your prepper pantry. They're all 3 1-pound items, 1,600 calories, 1,600 calories, 1,700 calories. If you plan on keeping foods like these in your prepper pantry for long-term storage, you will need to repackage those. If you haven't repackaged foods like these before, we have a couple videos that you can get a lot of good information from and see how to properly repackage these types of foods for long-term storage. Next will be the snacks. Those 3 you can eat as is. This one's going to need a little bit of prep work. They will need to be repackaged if you plan on keeping them for more than a year. And if you're interested in putting snacks away for long-term storage, then you can check this video out. Next is canned vegetables. And of course, there are certainly a lot more vegetables available out there than just what you see here. Canned veggies are good to add to soups, stews, good as sides for other dishes. So having canned vegetables in your prepper pantry for those difficult times, in my thinking, is a very good idea. For those of you who may be concerned about canned foods like these going past their best buy date, then you can check this video out and relieve your fears about that. The next type of food that you can find examples of for $1 or less are the canned meats. Now, when it comes to canned meats, your options are going to kind of be limited if you're trying to stick within that $1 range. And if you are, then based upon my experience, your options are going to be sardines, tuna, Vienna sausage, and similar type meats like that. Those are the best canned meats available that I could find that are priced at $1 or less. But if canned meat is something that you really like and want to put into your prepper pantry, then we have this video in which we look at the very best canned meats available anywhere for any price. Next are the canned soups, and I do believe that that's Smart brand. I think each of those was like 79 cents a can. And when it comes to the canned soups, you're not going to get a lot of calories in those, but for me, or in my thinking, different types of soups are more like a base for me to add various types of meats, other veggies, other flavorings, and so forth, maybe even some pasta, and make a really good one-pot meal from a simple small can of soup. Next is drinking water. I know that you can get gallons of water, perhaps sometimes some places for $1, but that's what I could find today for $1 or less. it would be a good idea to put bottled water into storage for those times when it doesn't come out of your faucet. Next are seasonings, flavorings, sauces, and so forth. Things that you would add to other foods or meals. Chili sauce, that does have beans, but there's no meat in that. For that pasta that you put away, you might want some tomato sauce. Things like the onion powder, chopped onions, there's just countless numbers of various types of seasonings like that available for $1 or less. It is expensive these days compared to what it was just a few years ago, but you can still get table salt for less than $1 at many places, and you should stock up. Next are the canned beans, and I got 4 different kinds there, but there's numerous types and kinds of beans that are available. Beans have quite a bit of calories in them. They have protein, they have carbs, they have fiber. Canned beans, as opposed to the dry beans, are easy to fix. They're easy to add to other meals or other recipes, and they're good just as they are as well. So if you decide to put beans into your Prepper Pantry, but you're not sure whether it should be canned beans or dry beans, then you could check this video out where we compare dry beans and canned beans. And the last category are meals in a box or meals in a bag. All of those contain pasta, but they're still a little bit different than just the pasta in a package like we looked at a little bit earlier. All of these have different flavor packets and so forth in them. Very easy to fix meals from any of them, especially the mac and cheese. The ramen, you can make chicken noodle soup. There's all kinds of things that you can do with ramen. Add various meats and other things into it to make soups, stews, whatever you really want. And when it comes to the $1 items, I think it's my favorite category. Do you all have a favorite $1 or less long-term storage food? If you do, let us know what that is down in the comments. When it comes to food items that cost $1 or less, I'm not expecting to get the highest quality of food available, but I still do get food that costs $1 an item or less. And of all those that we had in the video, I'll tell you what I think are the 3 best options and why I think so. So number 3 is going to be the Vienna sausage. Yes, I know it's not a high quality meat, but it's like little hot dogs, and you can add them to so many different other recipes and meals like this one. They're very versatile. They taste good right out of the can with crackers or chips. So number 3, Vienna sausage. Number 2 on the list, or the second best, it's going to be the mac and cheese. It's a meal in the box. You don't have to add anything to it, but you can if you want to enhance it a little bit. Nearly everyone, especially children, like mac and cheese, including yours truly. The number 1 best option for $1 or less food item for your Prepper Pantry is going to be ramen for several reasons. 1, they're easy to fix. 2, you can eat them as they are. 3, when you fix them, you can add different things like the Vienna sausage, canned chicken. You can make chicken noodle soup. They're very versatile. You don't have to fix them just as they are, or as it says on the label. Easy to make, really tasty meals. Last but not least, 33 cents a package. So in summary, there are still a lot of food items that are priced $1 or less that will keep long-term in your Prepper Pantry, that are readily available. Of course, a lot of these foods come in bigger packages, and you can get more calories for your dollar or more ounces per dollar. But if you're shopping on a budget and getting these in the smaller packages, and some of these types of foods have higher quality versions of the foods, but they cost quite a bit more money. So you can choose higher quality, higher price, or these type items. They will still be very tasty. They will still fill you up. And you may choose to include some of these type of items rather than those high quality items. And that in turn then will allow you to spend your hard-earned money on food and other prepping areas that need your attention.